Yeah, obviously a great start for us. I was really pleased with the way we played, especially defensively in the first and second quarter. I thought we did a great job of really paying attention to our game plan. I thought they were really connected defensively, and then on the offensive side of the ball, thought we really executed at times. We had about a 3 or 4 minute stretch in the second quarter where we kind of got away from some things a little bit and took some quick shots. But other than that, I thought our offensive execution was really good. Shot a great percentage from the floor as well. So great win for us to go to five straight, and we just want to try and keep that streak going as long as we can. And but always great to, in these rivalry games, to get out to a quick start and get a big win for us.
Yeah, Jenna, just obviously it's human nature. The men played last night. Akron was victorious by a decent margin. We come out today. You returned the favor. Do you guys think about that stuff, or is it just we're focused on the here and now today in Kent State women's basketball?
A little bit of both. I think we try and he always talks about be where your feet are, so we try and stay in the moment, but also know in the back of our heads that for our fan base, we need to get this win for this rivalry win, and we knew that they didn't have a great game last night, so it feels good to return the favor.
As far as when you've had some big games, 33 points, 25 tonight, just what's been working today, I should say. What's been working for you here during this season?
I think I've really, since the beginning of the season, just tried to slow down and not think so much, because I think early on I was really sped up and I was trying to do things that were not part of my game and I was trying to force things too much. So I really just tried to slow down and focus on the right things and let it come to me.
As far as the fast start, I think there was a 20-0 run, I want to say. Just what was going well for either one of you student athletes? What was going well during that stretch?
Oh, I think it was more. We were very connected, and we let our good defense play into our offense and get a good flow going. I think we always play better when we can kick the ball out, or we just are moving off of where we get the ball in.
I agree. I think it all started with our defense, and that led to offense. So, yeah.
Your team is 8-2 in conference. Obviously, the tournament team last year. Just kind of where's your self-assessment of where the team's at right now here in February 1st, 2nd,
First.
February 1st, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I think we still have room for improvement, which is promising because we are 8-2, which is a good start, good record, but still room for improvement. And we just got to take it one game at a time.
I'll agree. I think we're having a great start. I think we're getting to the point where we're showing teams that we can be consistent and we still have a target on our back. So just working on reaching our full potential for tournament time.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay. Coach, I guess that question I just asked the girls, the women. Just where do you feel like this team's at through 10 games in conference play?
Yeah, I think they said it well. I think it's nice to be 8-2. It's nice to be on a little bit of a winning streak here. I think we've had some really good moments through the last few weeks. Have shown a lot of high end potential. I think this team also is hungrier for more, and they know that we can continue to improve. Always this time of year, I'm always looking for what's our margin for improvement versus other teams in the league. And I feel like we're one of the teams that really still has a pretty good gap between where the ceiling is for us. So nice to see how we're developing. We're getting a little bit of a rhythm, and the defensive side of the ball today obviously showed up early, and that was something that we really focused on.
Being a tournament team last year, do you feel like the conference opponents, are you guys their Super Bowl, so to speak, sometimes? I mean, Ball State's obviously really good too, but do you feel like there's an extra oomph when you beat some of these teams?
I mean, I certainly think because we won the tournament last year, I think that it puts a bit of a star on the schedule for this game, and I think we've earned that. That teams want to get up for us. It's we talk about pressure as a privilege, right? And so, but I think our team's responding well to that, and they know we're not defending anything from last year. We're pursuing something this year. And so this team has, still has work to do, and they're very focused, I think, on what we can do this year as opposed to what we did last year.
As far as Jenna, just what have you seen out of her as the season's progressed and here recently?
I thought she said it really well. I think she has she's playing with continuing to play with more and more poise on the offensive side of the ball. She's not forcing things. I think her shot selection's been really good. Her teammates are finding her. Know she's really playing well, but she's also an unselfish player, and we'll continue to be able to play off of her as she keeps scoring like that. It's going to continue to open more and more opportunities up for other people as well, and she'll find them as well.
And as far as Akron, they're dealing with some injuries and stuff. Just what's your assessment of how they've been playing here today as well?
Well, I mean, I have a lot of respect for Ryan. I've known him for a long time. I think he's a heck of a coach. I think he'll continue to. I think he's done an admirable job of working through the injuries that they've had this season. That's tough to bounce. We had a significant injury bug in the non-conference and had to work through some of that, and still have some of our best players out for the remainder of the season. So it's it's a tough thing to do, but I think he's done a great job of really keeping his team engaged, and I think they're still going to be in the mix for a lot here down the stretch.
As far as you're up by a wide margin, what are some of the things you want to work at in practice off of today's game that maybe weren't where you wanted them to be?
Yeah, we just talk about we don't want to practice bad habits, right? And they know we had some bad habits down the stretch, and it's tough in games like that, not to try and play a little bit out of character and that type of thing. So I don't think it's stuff we have to address in practice at all. I mean, I think our team practices well. Our players, know when they're not playing their best and want to turn it around. So it's a sign of a mature team. I really love coaching this group, and they handle that stuff just fine. We got to encourage them when they're not doing something. They're harder on themselves than any of us coaches are, for sure. So it's just working through that stuff.
Final question for you about the 20-0 run, where you just obviously separated. Just what you see from your vantage point on the sideline.
Be honest with you, I had no idea we were on a 20 nothing run. I think we're just, as a coach, I'm just kind of in the moment, and like, we got to get stops, we got to get scores. I mean, and so I thought defensively we were really rigid. We really contested shots. We kept them off the offensive glass. And then offensively, we were sticking with our game plan, and it just happened to turn into a 20 nothing run. But most of the time when stuff like that's happening in the game, I'm not recognizing that. I'm just trying to coach whatever's coming up next.